Good news, I fixed up the Satsuma, everything should be working, and this is very exciting. I have sort of checked that it's running here in the garage, but I haven't actually taken it on the road yet, so we're going to do that now. There is just a tiny little thing, the way I've tweaked the carburetor, I've upgraded it a bit, and we'll look at it whilst I fire it up here. I need to, for reasons of engine life, really. But we'll turn it on here, just get it nice fired up here. It's running, as you can see over here. Oh, whoops. Could you not do that? Thank you. So here we rev the engine a bit. Yeah, we have an issue. This little meter here, the air fuel ratio, should be in the green zone between 14 and 16. I can do that either when it's running cold, as it is now, or I can do it when it's hot, like it will be in a moment. That's why we're quite low. The ratio goes up as the engine heats up. Unless you stall it like I have just done here. I've run it here in the garage, haven't actually taken it out here. I know it hasn't lost any oil whilst it was sitting here, but we'll just hope it won't do that again. Now let's see, I pulled the handbrake. The reason why that's going on is because we're in fourth. So if I do this here lift off, see, it'll idle, and we'll just leave it like this. We won't touch the choke, because that sort of reduces this over here, so that'll just bring it even lower than it is now. But I have upgraded the engine itself. We'll pull that open here. We'll close the door. Of course, I painted it orange. It's called a Satsuma, for crying out loud. Opening the engine bay here, we've got the racing carburetors. We've got the steel headers. This thing over here, the racing radiator. We've got an upgraded exhaust. And I think that's it in terms of engine upgrades. I've got the rally wheels. I don't have any suspension upgrades yet. I actually have the... oh, did I put it in here? The long the springs. No, they're not in here, so I don't know where they are. They were somewhere, I don't know where. Exhaust all upgraded. I've got the bucket seats installed, but I don't have the racing harnesses for... I think you need the... what's it called? That thing. Roll cage, that's the word. Yeah, you'd need that to get it working, and it didn't work. I had another problem that took me for ages to figure out. It kept popping the head gasket, couldn't figure out why, just kept spewing out smoke from the engine regardless of what I did to it. Turns out that the game had set the damage level, or wear level, of the head gasket to a minus number, which means it's just permanently broken unless you go into the editor that's available on the internet, which I had to do. So if you have that problem, that's how you fix it. You just download it, open it up, find the head gasket, change the wear level. We need, however, to eat and, yeah, I think just eat. So we'll eat a pack of sausages, that's fine. We'll let that fire up for a wee bit. Other than that, we need to, well, spray for mosquitoes, we can do that. No other need seem to be dreadfully high at the moment. But we do need to pick up we need the flashlight, which I have left. We'll pick it up in a bit over here. We'll close the door from the house. Yeah, we're going out, we're doing a shakedown. My plan is to just go around the map. And we'll just see if that works, but we'll leave the engine running here. We can't probably see it here, but look how grey that smoke is. It's not great, I have to be honest, but it should run. I have ran it warm, had no problems here, so this will just be a test. Close this door here, we will try and see here. We haven't really gained any temperature yet, but we will get there. But you see, we just got to be really careful, because if you, hang on, no, we need to fix my wheel first. Yeah, here we go, we now have a proper steering input. We don't have any heat yet in the engine, so I need to be supremely careful as I pull away here. But we do see that mixer going up. And yeah, I just got to be careful. I don't want to over-rev it, which I didn't do there. I did the opposite, actually. If you over-rev the engine when it's cold, you may crack the engine, what's it called, the block. That's the thing, yeah, the engine block. You might do that over there, so I need to be careful here. But there seems to be some sort of dead zone on my pedal, even though I've not said that, so I don't know what's going on there. We'll put on the headlights. I think it's just smoking. I think that's just the engine smoking. Oh god, I've just done the thing that I set there. Yeah, my throttle is really acting up, and I don't know why. I suppose I could go in here, just pop it in neutral, pull the handbrake. I could go in here into the car controls and calibrate, couldn't I? Just release it here, calibrate, let's see. Yeah, that's fixed it. That has genuinely just fixed the issue there. So, yeah, we'll find out if the engine goes pop at some point, or you end up having problems. We'll just try and restart this. This might also fix why the tracks has been horribly dry for me. Whoa, whoa, easy there. Don't rev the engine that much. I've just gently touched there on the throttle. We'll try and go around here. No, we won't. Into reverse, please. Thank you. Just put it over here. Just get the increase of revs over here. The problem is that it's really running not very well now that the engine is running out of turbo fuel mixture, but we're getting close to the good one. I'll turn the wheel here. God, I've just revved it again because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I have to do very little throttling, but there is the flashlight over there. So if I bring this over here, stop, engage neutral, pull the handbrake, we'll just go out and we'll fetch this right here. How are we looking? Are we smoking out the back excessively? Are we producing a tiny bit of white? That's okay. We'll pick up the flashlight here. That might be useful if we go pop. If we go pop, I'll just restart. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a test, and if it's just due to that, I don't really care. Anyway, we're over here. We've sort of built up temperature now, so we'll set up here. Why are you doing that? See, I'm not even half down with the throttle before it's full on. Now, this seems a bit weird. No, don't die. Thank you. No, see, that's the thing over here. I'm just not even halfway down, and I'm fully... I forgot to release the handbrake. Stop revving the engine that high. Jesus Christ. Saturation seems to be way off on my throttle pedal. I don't know if I can fix it. So we'll see here if the engine is going to smoke. If it is, we're just going to try and restart. But it's going well so far. We'll take it slow at first until I am perfectly happy here. I'll turn up the audio so I can hear if there's any issues. But yeah, I had a few problems in this. I crashed the van first. I died and it went into the water, which I really struggled to get free. Then I crashed the lorry before having recovered the van far away into a ditch because the Green Menace pushed me off. So I couldn't recover that. Had to also use the editor for the game to reset the position after spending about 3 hours on trying to get it out, mind. I don't feel bad about that in any stretch of the imagination. When I've spent 3 hours and there's no way for me to recover it in-game, I'm used to tractor, I can't call in anything, I don't have any bigger vehicles to fetch. I'm just sort of stuck in a situation that shouldn't be there. I mean, technically it should be there. I've made a mistake of, being pushed in there by him, but I can't solve that in any way. I can't call in a crane or anything to fix it. So really, I was just at a loss there of what to do. So yeah, I cheated a bit, but I don't feel terribly bad about it. I also got a fine because I had to try and dump all of the septic tank I had of 11,000 marks. So that really didn't help my situation at all. But I did pay that fair and square because, I did dump it. Train coming. So let's try and go down here. Third gear. Engine looks good. We're producing one tiny bit amount of white smoke from the exhaust. And this is an older car, so it should do that. Just jump over here. And if we see the long springs lying about, I may have dropped them out of the lorry at some point. Actually, I should check it if it's still there. There might be. But we'll get there when we return. I think we can about try and push it a bit now. But we'll do that after the corner here. But I don't want to over-rev it just yet. Actually, what I want to do is just slowly come to a stop here, pop it in neutral, move my keyboard over onto a drawer that I pull out and I rest my keyboard on when I play a driving game. So I don't have that lying on my leg, which is very useful to have it on the leg when I'm doing this, because I'd be walking about. We can also press this button here to get rid of that annoying thing, so we don't have that dot in the middle. Keep an eye out on the fuel mixer over there. It's going to 14.8, should stay there. Hopefully, that's my sort of experimentation. I'm hoping. I don't know if we run the engine temps up. We shouldn't. I've had it run at a fairly decent speed, and I've held the throttle down for a couple of minutes at 3,000 RPM just to see how it would cope, and it coped just fine. But I haven't actually run it, so this is very exciting. I don't know if the engine tuning is all right on that, but we'll find out. I might actually take it to Flittari and try and get him to sort it out. I might also get him to install a roll cage so we can have some sort of safety equipment. We've now arrived over here at this junction. Can I try and do a handy brake turn here? Which I know is a stupid idea, but yeah, look at me doing me rallying. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's try and now step it up a bit here. Try and run it a bit hard. Gun down here in the orange Satsuma, of course they are, or it is orange, it should be, it's called a Satsuma. I would like to get it into that sort of like creamy beigey colour that it came in, or that I selected, but I couldn't paint it in that, disappointingly so. And I wasn't a terribly big fan of all of the rust on it, so I had to give it a colour, and it became this Satsuma orange. I don't know if I can paint it somewhere properly. We're now coming down here to a rail line again. We need to slow down. I have on a previous test run when I first did a build of this with all the stock parts. I did run of the exhaust a couple of times going over rail crossings, but it's going well so far. I also have to be careful about the green menace, of course. Oh god, I've just absolutely mulleted my microphone there. That is an issue with this setup that I have. I have an old microphone somewhere, a USB microphone that I could just plug in. That is a headset and microphone into one, which would be the logical setup for this. But it's in a storage room and I can't be bothered to find it in some of the boxes I have in it. Let's just try and be a bit careful through this section. A bit of frame rate stutter. But no, it's looking good so far. We can't fill up, it's in the evenings, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just purely on a shakedown run. Let's see if we can look through it. Yeah, this is good. Can we try? I think I know where a good place would be to try. Green menace, brake, 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 brake. You've crashed into my car. What a twat. At least I didn't roll it onto its roof. That would have been very expensive there. Let's pull in here into Fleetari just to see if he's done any hard damage to the car. Just pull in here. Do we want to go in? We want to go over here. We can always reverse out. Come on, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Thank you. Stop here. Handbrake, please. Oh, I need to see my little marker thing. There we go. Pull handbrake, pop it into neutral. We'll just leave it running. Don't want to turn off the engine. He's absolutely destroyed the car. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Right, yeah, so this won't be saved in any stretch of the imagination because, Jesus Christ, yeah, he's absolutely destroyed it. So be careful when you drive about with him because he'll absolutely destroy your car, even though... Fucking arse. Right, well, if we're not saving it, we're gunning the bloody engine then. Rev it here, let's try and see what this bad boy can do. Yeah, he can do a lot. He's just slowly pulling away there. Let's come in here, handy brake. Point the microphone again because it's perhaps a bit too close for when I do my animated arm motions. Let's rev this bad boy, see what it can do. We call it Eileen. For no good reason, I just thought of a name. That's the reason why we called it Eileen. Don't know why Eileen came in to my head, but it just did. So this one's called Eileen. Whenever I reload it, it'll get a different name. Oh god, frame rate's going mad. I've crashed. I recovered. I think we're good. Yeah, the frame rate had a bit of a stutter there. Stop it here. Let's just run out and just see here what we can do. We want to go to the airfield. That's where we want to go after this. We can properly do it here. Come on, Paul, you girl. Here we go down the hill. Oh, we got to be careful because there's jumps and that, and we're probably going to destroy it. We don't have the long springs on the back. Don't know where they are. Had them in the lorry at one point, lost them out of it. Don't know where they would have gone. And now we're really losing ponies about the higher end because it's a naturally aspirated one. But yeah, this is good. This is really a good old little running girl, this. Brake, third gear, thank you. Climb up here, we're getting low here, we need to put on the high beams, although they don't do much. I don't know how well the alternators... God my Christ on a poo! That is terrifying. Don't know why he did that, it just did. But we'll bring it around, try and carry on. So yeah, be careful in this, because this is absolutely murderous to drive. We're running it a bit higher this time round, which may not work so well for me. But yeah, I don't know if the alternator's going to hold up. Don't know if the radiator's going to die. I don't know if any of that is going to... The water pump, fuel pump, don't know if any of that's going to sort of stand... Oh, Christ. It's not really stable at high speed, I have to say. But then again, I'm doing about 100 down this road, which really seems like it's a bit excessive. Pose left my anus. Just reduce the speed to about 80... That's 20 above the limit. I think the limit on this road is 60. But that really seems to be excessive anyway. You'd be maniac to do this in real life. Cresting over this hill, I believe we come into some squiggly wiggly bits. Just a tiny bend there. Of course, this has got a short axle base or wheel base or whatever you call it. So we need to be a bit careful about turning at high speed because it's not stable. That's the reason why some of the old manufacturers at Le Mans brought long wheelbase cars to that circuit. That's for added high-speed stability. Of course, before you added in the chicanes on the straightaway, it makes absolutely no sense to do that now. But we're in town. We've made it to the top of the map, all the way around into Periarby, I think it's called. And I'm pleased about that, even though we've taken a lot of damage on the way. Just a glancing blow, which really just indicates how much you have to think differently from the big old vehicles that we had before. Well, lad, you want to go? Want to go, bitches? Okay, that didn't work so well as I hoped. I was hoping to do a burnout, but I'm in second gear, I think. Yep, I am. That's why burning out didn't really work. So we made it to the top. Let's see if we can make it to the airfield and do a bit of drag racing. Into first gear here. We need to make sure nobody's coming, because I'm going to get obliterated if one of the lorries comes. Now we look good. And now we can actually use some mirror up there to see if anybody's going to crash into our behind. But no, we also need to be careful about the speed. I think that was that a speed sign, or was that just a no overtaking sign? I'm going to keep it to about 80, because the ponies might be on the top of this hill, and I don't want to get done for speeding. Here comes a Ret Menace. Lovely to see. No coppers. Means we can floor it, lads. And by flooring it, I mean we're not really flooring it as much as we could be, but we'll give it a bash here. We're in fourth gear, banging on 120 k's. Oh, and now we're going faster. 130, 140. Come on, you old girl. Scream! Scream! Can we do 160? Yes, we can. Right, because we need to turn around. I don't know when this ends or if there's just a dead end. Actually, what is up here? Or down here? Or around here? Does it just end around this corner? Or are we going to hit a wall at some point? I don't know. Well, so yeah, this is a good high-speed run, though. Nice long bend here to slow down in or accelerate in if you want to. What actually is around this bend? Does it just sort of end? I need to be careful not to go too fast. Okay, this road continues. It continues, and where does it end? Does it end down here, or do we end up out on the airfield this way? Or do we end up on the back side of the airfield? Where do we end up? This is exciting. Where are we going? We don't know, but we are finding out. It's an adventure for people. Nobody seems to be here, though. It's just a good old high-speed run. Maybe it sort of loops back and we come in on the top of the hill. We're running out of speedometers now. So this is now officially a high-speed run. Look at this speedometer. We're now doing kilometers an hour in speed. Oh, oh God. We're now banging on the rev limiter. We can't go. We're doing very fast indeed. It can't go any faster than this. Got a bend coming up. Where are we? Oh my God, I didn't even know we could go here. Coming down here, we got a car. Hello. Yep. I didn't even know the map went here, but okay. What's coming up here? We're going in blind. High beams, please. Thank you. That's what we need now. We need to just see what's ahead of us. Gee Christ, I don't know how fast I'm going. I can't even see a bloody speedometer. Okay, there's a turn in there. Where's that turning leading? I mean, I'm guessing at some point it's just going to rotate back on ourselves at some point, right? Is this... No, this can't be the same fast sweeping bender that I went through, can it? No, we'd notice, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would. Hang on, was that the gravel road from Loppe? I think that might be the gravel road from Loppe. Or maybe that's the gravel road leading just, you know, the T-junction before we reach Loppe. I don't know, but we are banging on the rev limiter here. I have no idea how fast this is. We need to lift off here. We've got a bend coming up there, so Ret Menace. We've met him once. Oh, we're coming up here to a car. I think there's an oncoming car coming. Who's this? I'm going for an overtake. Yeah, that felt good. Oh shit, was that the junction? Jesus Christ, I think... No, hang on, we're not... No, where are we? I don't know. There was a junction, or was that a rail line? Did we just cross a rail line? I don't know. There's a warning of elks. Yeah, I can see a warning of elk. There is an elk line there. There's a lorry again. So, where is... Well, I know where the junction is that we left Periarvi from. We'd see that. But I don't know if the police would be anywhere before... Oh, we can see that. Okay, we're coming up to that because I can see the mast. That's good. But we need to see that junction. As soon as we see that junction, we need to lift off. Otherwise, we're going to get done for speeding. And they are income-based, those fines in Finland. And they're massive. But yeah, we're now just banging on that rev limiter. It's fairly stable at these speeds, but we're going in a straight line. It really shouldn't be that difficult to control it. It's only now that we reach a bend, and yeah, the temps are looking good. So I haven't seen any issues, haven't seen any smoke. Oh god, back on the right side of the road. Hello. Okay, I think we're coming up here to Periarvi Junction, are we? Yeah, we are, so I need to probably dip my high beams. Yeah, here it is. So we'll just lift off here and just let the coast back down to a sort of sensible speed that the police won't be furious about. Oh, look at the fuel mixture over there. It's gone up massively. Yeah, that was fun though. Yeah, that's good. Let's try and go to the drag strip and see if there's any chance of me doing a decent time there. No cops around here. That's fine. Will it accelerate again? I feel like it's a bit sluggish, but that could just be the hills coming into effect. We may have to see it here. I haven't seen any changes in, like, how would I notice if the alternator doesn't work? I was about to see any change in the electrics, but I don't know. Probably the headlights would dim because they'd run out of electricity. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? So we'll just let it run out here. Don't need the brakes, don't want to wear them down. Alright, let's climb this hill like a mad boss. Let the engine scream now that it can scream, and it really can scream. That is a good place to do a high-speed run around. It's just very treacherous. High beams on, brake. You got a junction coming up. Oh god, this car doesn't have ABS, so we need to be careful of that. We do end up blocking up. That means I need to do cadence braking. Yay! I've only ever driven one vehicle where I've had to use cadence braking before. A 1974 Toyota Land Cruiser, I think it was. Certainly was the Land Cruiser. It was from the 70s. The exact year, I don't know, but it was probably the best car I've ever driven, actually. Oh god, now I've stalled it here. That is a problem. So get this back here. Yeah, we need to go back because we're getting thirsty, we're getting fatigued, and we are also getting a bit stressed. Let's see how here. Can we just sort of inch forwards here? Let's just wait and see. It'll come on with the light at the top end when we get near. There we go. So we rev the engine. Rev. Okay, no. Are we just getting quite close to it? Yeah, here we go. That was terrible. I wasn't ready for that at all. Come on, there we go. Come on. I maxed it out there, but terrible gear change for me. Come on. There we go. Cross the line. And what did we do? We don't know. Shit, where do we turn off? Where do we turn off? I don't even... there's some... No, that's not it. Have I gone too far now? I know there's a turn in at some point. I've been here before. I think I've gone too far. Well, that just means I get a chance to do a mad handbrake turn. Yeah. Front wheel drive. You can just power out of everything. That is the only issue with this car, really. You can just power out of every issue you get. But considering how much time and effort you put into this, I can't really see that as being a bad thing necessarily. Turn it around. If we go into the gravel, this should be... Oh, here's a turn in. And there's the man in the tent. So we'll pull up here by the man in the tent. Mate. Yeah, whoop, whoop. We all know women love a handbrake turn. So surely if that's a woman, she'd be right up for it right now. This thing on, pull the handbrake, leave it in neutral, open the slightly smashed door. Don't ask about that, miss or mister, as it is. Let's see here what my reaction time was. Slow, I'm guessing. That's not right, no. So we did a 18.992 quarter mile. That's pretty good. I'm hoping this is not meters it's showing, because that makes no sense. Why would a quarter mile be after a metre or slower than a metre anyway? So yeah, we did 18.992. That's an improvement. I think I did a 21.4 with the default setup, and my reaction time was about 2 years in this. So yeah, that was good. Positive. We'll try back home through a dark, deserted road. Sadly, I don't have any alcohol in the car, otherwise it would only have been appropriate if I drank it all now. So let's go ahead and set off here. Release the handbrake. Engage forward gear. And of course, we've got to do a handy brake turn. Oh, we need to close the door. Brake. Close the door, we heard that there. And then do a bit of a PD out here. And then we go this way, I think. And now I need a drink. Drink sorted. We should be cornering here in a moment after this. But it's really bloody dark. And I can't see anything. Thankfully it's absolutely pissing down outside now, to be honest. We just go in here. That's my little lock-up. That was perfectly okay, meant to do that. That was just to be dramatic, yes. Turn in here, indicate. Go out wide into first and be ready for... Okay, that was a bit too dramatic, I have to say, but it looked cool. So we just turn in here, turn that thing off so we don't have a massive white dot where we're trying to see. Ha ha! You can't! Fuck you! Yeah, he usually stuffs it on that section. I reckon that'll be fixed in a patch, so I don't think he's meant to stuff it there all of the time. So let's just go down into second gear. As we crest over, flying crest, I've broken something there. Wheels are pointing in the right direction. Engine doesn't sound too terrible. I've got frame rate stutter. Jesus, that's terrifying. Just got to push the hammer down. I need to be careful because I don't know what's over these crests. They're blind, and the lighting engine is actually fairly decent in this. It's very dark, and all of those little crests and little tiny potholes and that is really concealed well in the dark, so you need to be careful. I also don't know about them ouch. We saw one that's been run over. I don't know if they'll be in here as well. That could be quite fatal for me if we found those, because they'll probably go through my windscreen. And the only thing stopping them then is my face. And I'm guessing it would hurt to get an elk on your face. So that was the ditch back there where I binned the big sewage lorry. Not really a fun situation. Couldn't get it out from there. Tried to pull it, tried to do everything. It just wouldn't get out from the hole. So I had to cheat, as I mentioned, but it was sort of fair, I think. And then here in a moment we'll come up to where the van was crashed. I'm coming in far hot. God, I'm wobbly. But I recovered into second, that's fine. It was over here. I crashed into the trees on the right hand side. Then the car drifted off into the water into quite a deep bit, which really struggled to pull it out from there, but I got it out eventually. Coming up here now to the rail cross. Oh fuck, I forgot my sledgehammer, but I'm not going to save this anyway because that cunt damaged my little wall. That is a fairly decent crossing. We can take that at a bit of speed. So the crossing we have problems with is the one leaving our own house, but that's okay. There's a junction following that, so it's probably a smart thing to slow down there anyway. We're in third gear at the moment. Bouncing around, coming up here, braking second. Thankfully we've got a bit of camber working with us there. I'm gone off, I've gone wide, that's okay. Oh god, that's not okay. Hopefully that was just the exhaust, or the rear bumper for that matter. That's fine, we'll survive. We can always mend that. This is a terrible stretch, this. Because this is a really tough corner that you're going to roll off in, as demonstrated by me in last week's video. This one is similar, just not quite so bad. And then we come up here to a T-junction where we need to turn left. Get a bit of handbrake, gone off, probably broke something there, but that's okay. Come on, get some grips in, here we go. How are we looking in terms of steering? Did that bend the steering arm or anything? Or cause a flat? No, don't think so. Brake. Second gear. Clearing that. Good stuff. Third. Let's try and power out of this as fast as we can. But I know at one point there's a terrible corner coming. Oh god. Oh god. Frame rate stutter. No good. No good. Come on. Come on. On the power. Come on. Careful. 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 Just try and regain it. Try not to get distracted by the flashing lights, which can be difficult. But we're revving the nuts out of this thing. I'm sort of in control most of the time, but that's good for rallying. I do like dirt rally though, so I'm fine with it. Brake, brake, brake. This is the treacherous corner. No, 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 no. Recover, recover, recover. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's probably just, you know, just a re-bumper or something. Let's see here. It's still tracking straight, so we don't have any problems with the wheels. Wheel or suspension is fine. A-okay with that. We should, at the moment, they come up to a house. We are, get back onto the road, try and deal with this terrible frame rate. Come in here. Yeah, we'll just arrive here at the house. Brake. Brake, 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 brake. And then turn in here, right? Whoop, revving high. Let's just try and pull in here into our little garage. And we'll go out and we'll assess the damage we've caused to this. So turn that off. Well, we've stalled it there, so that's good enough. Let's just bring this up here. Engine temps looks fine. We will turn the lights off. Pull the handbrake. Turn off the engine. And pull out the bonnet lock. We got the lights still. Doors absolutely... yeah, that's not good. We need the light because the actual lighting in here doesn't really do it justice. I even bought a fire extinguisher. Look at me being all safe and sensible. Close this door here. Let's look and see what we have. We've got... wheels look good. Back end bumper looks good. Did we not damage anything with that? Because I feel we've got the exhaust. We certainly got the muffler. What about here at the front end? We may have knocked off the centre bit. No, it looks fine. Just a bit of bodywork damage. What about under the engine here? Let's see. Let's see. Here we've got an exhaust pipe down there, so it's all looking good. It's just a tiny bit of body damage caused by the green menace. But there's a door in the way. Have we lost any fluid? That's a really vital thing to check. To drop that here, let's first check out our little oil. We need to try and fill it up. We can't do any dipsticks or anything like that. Apparently that wasn't invented in the 1970s. So we'll grab here. Okay, that's empty, so that can get fucked. That's oil. We'll try and pour that in here and see what we get. Oh no, that's perfectly good. Lovely. What about the coolant? That is quite vital, but we haven't seen any temperature issues, so I'm guessing that's okay as well. Open this up here, the radiator, where we fill that in. We know the brakes, we know the clutch was fine, so okay, let's just try and see here. Coolant, lean forward. Yep, that's okay as well. So everything is okay in the engine. And this is actually, surprisingly, I would say, has gone well. This car is ready to go. I probably need a roll cage, but other than that, it's ready to go. And that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.